Hello fellow Chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today the S&P 500 continued with its bearish price action. We're about to get into it, but check out the flow sentiment, guys. Bearish again. All right, it wasn't as bad as yesterday. Yesterday, I filtered for 200K premium or above. It was over 90% to the put flow compared to calls. But today is 73% to put flow compared to 27% to call flow. All right, so it's not as bad as yesterday, but guys, we're seeing lots of money, millions upon millions of dollars heading into, going into puts, guys. So, and we're looking at the big money too, okay? Not just the small money, looking at the big money. So, just something I felt was worth noting, okay? So, that's the flow sentiment. This is my support resistant levels for SPY, okay? And here, intraday updates where I post my plan for SPY and other ETFs. So, make or break support for SPY was 439.5 to the 440 zone, and it failed yesterday, okay? I was very bearish. I told you guys I was pretty bearish, right? So, bulls need to clear 440 to trigger upside and put the upside targets in play. 443.5, 445 plus, okay? If yesterday's low failed, we start down move to 434.5, then 28 to 429 zone. Okay, so pretty much, unless we were able to clear 440, I was bearish on the S&P 500, especially if I saw yesterday's low fail. That's why I was trying to let the group know. And yesterday's low was 436.4, which definitely failed today for the S&P 500. If you look here, this is the 15-minute chart actually, and you can see the SPY opening here at 9:30. It attempted to backtest my resistance level. I had resistance at 438, but also 439.5 to 440, which was these two yellow lines right here. And I was expecting, because it was such a big level, expecting it to get backtested. It actually backtested it in the pre-market, but I don't like to count it too much when it's in the pre-market. But I was hoping that we could backtest it in the trading hours, but it didn't. It got above the 438 resistance level. Okay, I add all the support and resistance level here. 438 was the resistance level for SPY. It got just above it. It got up as high as 438.66, and that's pretty close, right? Within $1 of the resistant level zone that I was aiming at. But eventually, we lost the 438 support level, and it spent the rest of the day dropping. At this point, I had a 434 to 435 price target, and it got down over here, as you can see, and it started basing when it hit the price target. All right, it made a small little weak rally, not much of a rally really, but then after a while it started dropping even lower, so it broke past my support level of 434 to 435 zone. Actually, the exact number was 434.5 as I posted in the Discord, but then I eventually gave it a zone. We lost that, so I'm thinking we're heading to the 428 to 429 zone. We didn't. We went as low as 431.82. We eventually rallied up back to this purple trend line. Now, we're going to talk about this purple trend line. It did serve as both a support and a resistant level today, okay? So, overall, pretty profitable day, even in the Discord. Very pleased and happy to hear that. Many of my members made some money. Okay, price targets were hit. Got the recapture. The price levels were pretty much respected overall. Checking the daily chart here, you can see that I have this purple trend line right here that starts at the low of January 28. Tested here on Valentine's Day, tested here yesterday, and today we tested that same level as a resistance. So pretty much it was in breakdown mode for the SPY. And it came down and tested this blue trend line right here that starts from November 2020 low to the March 2021 low. As you can see here, it also connects to many lows, a bunch of bounces off the late January 2022 lows, okay? So today we washed below that level just a little bit, but we managed to close above. All right, so what's next? What do we need to watch out for? Okay, as of right now, unless SPY can reclaim some lost resistant levels, I am biased to the downside. Okay, so first resistant being 438. We need to recapture that, close above. Now, where does the 438 level came from? It came from this purple trend line right here that we recently lost. Okay, because we lose a support level. When we lose a support level, you want to see that support level get retested or back tested as a resistant, which we got. So for Tuesday, the resistance of this purple trend line would be 438.4. Okay, because it slopes up, so the resistance level slopes up, will increase obviously. So 438.4. All right, SPY would need to recapture that level and close above it, not just go above it and come back down. Okay, that's obviously a false breakout or a false recapture. For a legit recapture, it needs to go back up, and if it could test 438.4 as a support, that will be a plus, more confirmation. Okay, and obviously the 435 to 440 zone, we need to clear that to put the 38.2 retracement level, which is 443.33, back in play. Above that would be 444, which we could break out of this white resistant line right here that started back in January. Okay, that's the bullish scenario. That's how I would start being bullish again when previous support levels get recaptured. All right, if they continue to get treated as resistant, that's obviously a sign of bearish momentum or bearish price action. Okay, so 438.4 will be a critical resistant level. If it opens above 438.4, then that level is then support. If it's below that level is then resistant. Okay, we got to keep it simple. Okay, so that will be the first resistant level that the bulls need to recapture, and of course get back and clear 440. All right, now for the bearish price action. All right, this is the 23.6 retracement level. It's currently at 434.6. Now SPY actually closed below that. All right, so for as bears, we want to see that get back tested as a resistant level. It does not have to. Keep in mind, it does not have to. But if it does happen, we want to get tested as a resistant and continue to stay below it. As long as below 434.6, the next support level is right here at 433.5, which is this blue trend line that I mentioned earlier. And if that is lost, we're going to see some more downside. The next one is the 428 to 429 zone. Below that is 425.5, then possibly 420.6. And I got a lot more downside. 414.8, then all the way down here at 41.4. So a lot more downside support targets to the downside. But like I always say, you got to play it level by level. Best time to short is if it rejects from a resistant level or a support level is lost, and that support level gets treated like resistance. So like I said, we want to see 433. What is that? 433.5. We want to see it drop below that and treat it like resistant, and we could possibly see 428 to 429 zone next. All right, above 438.4 will be a recapture of this purple trend line. If it recaptured, that's a false breakdown. False breakdowns are bearish, guys. Just like false breakouts, like this one right here. This is a false breakout because it broke out and then it closed back below. See how it's bearish? False breakouts are bearish. False breakdowns are bullish. Okay, guys? Taking a look at the VIX here. VIX is looking bullish. Okay? It's closing below all moving averages. It's still closing above. It's closing above all moving averages. It's still closing above the 38.2 retracement level at 27.2. It tried to go break the 50% retracement at 29.45, but was met with selling pressure. All right, so, not a good sign for right now, but gotta wait for confirmation. So if we lose 27.2, VIX drop below that. That would be very bearish for the VIX. Bearish VIX, bullish SPY, okay? But if VIX tries this again and gets above and then breaks out of this triangle pattern that's now at $30 resistant, that's the breakout level. That will be very bullish for the VIX. Bullish VIX, bearish SPY, okay? So if you trade the SPY, definitely keep your eyes on the VIX as well. That's what I got for SPY and VIX. This is Triple Q. I said yesterday Triple Q was in breakdown mode. As you can see, it broke down yesterday and it's followed through, okay? Don't have much support until 334.3, and below that, boy oh boy, it's a big drop. All right, but resistant 349.3, okay? Watch for a back test. It doesn't have to back test, but if the back tests come, that will be where you would look to short. However, you want to watch reaction first. You can't just assume it's going to reject there, okay? But if it back tests and you're seeing strong rejections or it's failing to stay above, that's a good sign, all right? And of course, the back test of this triangle pattern right here will be at 350.97. You could say 351, all right? So 349.37 and 351. Those are the two resistant levels that the Triple Q will have to deal with early next week. Above it, if it can recapture, that's a very bullish sign, okay? And this could be signs of a reversal coming. As long as those levels get treated like resistant and the Triple Q stays below it, we're going to see 334.3 incoming and possibly a lower low, all right? Dow Jones, I got Dow Jones in his megaphone pattern right here. You can look at the orange line, trend line right here, okay? Came down and tested this again, all right? This connects to the February 1st low, February 4th low, Valentine's Day low, and then we had a low today, okay? So levels are being respected based on this megaphone pattern, all right? If 340.34 can hold, all right, that's a 23.6 retracement, very close, very close to the support level of the megaphone pattern, which is at 339.3. Okay, so we'll give that a zone, 339.3 to 340.3. That's a critical support level for the Dow Jones. Below that, if it fails, incoming is 331.3 and possibly a new low. I'm favoring a new low, okay? Next support is at 321.7. That is a ways down, okay? But if Dow Jones can continue bouncing and stay above the 340.3 to 339.3 zone, if it can stay above 345.9 is still in play, and if we can break out of this yellow resistant line, starts from the January high right here, January 13 high, February 2nd high, plenty of tests as resistant here, all right? But if 340.3 can hold, 345.9 is in play, and then another resistant level up there, 347.9, you can round it up to 348. So bullish above 348, okay? So keep in mind, 339.3 is lost, extremely bearish, all right? We could drop all the way down, some strong selling pressure down to 331.3 minimum. IWM, I've been telling you guys since we broke down from this rising wedge here, I've been bearish, okay? And today we lost the 20-day moving average. I told you guys yesterday, watch for the 20-day moving average. And we lost it. So now 197.29 is in play. Below that would be 193. Below that is 188. I'm favoring 188, but we will see. Okay, bearish on IWM. For me to be bullish, IWM would need to recapture 203 and go back up and test 207. That's what it takes. You got to recapture previous support level that's been lost. That's what it takes for me to change my sentiment, okay? Tesla, very bearish right now. Yesterday, it broke out. False breakout scenario yesterday, okay? So on the February 16th, it broke out of the green falling wedge, okay? The green falling wedge that I got on Tesla here. And then yesterday, it broke back within the falling wedge. False breakout scenario right there, okay? We also had this white triangle pattern, and it broke down from that level as well. Extremely bearish on Tesla. All right? So now we got bull's final chance. This orange line right here that's been tested and showed plenty of demand in the past, and it shows some demands today, okay? 854.2. And it's also this blue trend line that's been around since May of last year. Had plenty of testers as support, okay? Below 854.2, I would be extremely bearish on Tesla. Price target, I think we're gonna drop below 800. Okay, the first one will be in 791, and then possibly all the way down here to 728. Okay, guys, for the support of this green falling wedge. All right, so bearish on Tesla. For me to be bullish on it again, Tesla would seriously need to break back above 890.3. All right, to recapture this triangle pattern, including breaking out of this green falling wedge again. And then that'll put 916 in play, which will be the resistance level of this white triangle pattern. And if Tesla get above that, that will be a breakout. Put it 951 in play, then 1,000. All right, that's what I got for Tesla. Bitcoin, to be frank with Bitcoin, I am bearish on Bitcoin. This white line, if you guys didn't hear yesterday, this white line connects the October 2020 low to the July 2021 low. And got a test here in January, early last month. We lost it here. All right, lost it here. January 21st, we lost it. Recaptured it on February 6th. Went and tested this resistance level at 44K. Rejection, couldn't hold it. Came back down. Retested this white trend line as a support. That was a good sign. We went back up around the same level, 44 to 45K. Resistant, rejected. That's a double top. And then we lost the white trend line again. Okay, so far it's bouncing off my 39K support. That's this blue line right here. Showed some demands in the past back in September and January 11th. Now it's showing some pressure today, but critical that it holds. Also got this inverse left shoulder, right shoulder. It's still forming though. And then the head here. Okay, if that level can hold, could possibly have an inverse head and shoulder play in play. All right, which is a bullish pattern. But if that's lost, that's not a good sign. And the bearish price action will continue. There's support at 36.4K. And then all the way down here, 28 to 29K zone. All right, so pretty much I am bearish on Bitcoin unless we can recapture this trend line. All right, so I'm gonna need Bitcoin to get back above 43K for me to be bullish again. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys had a profitable trading week. Discord members, you guys are awesome. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. People who didn't subscribe but still watch my videos, you guys are so awesome. Guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon.